meadow, where the flowers whisper secrets to the stars, lived a tiny firefly named Luma. Luma was small, but her glow was mighty, and her curiosity was even mightier. She loved to zip and zoom, exploring every nook and cranny of her world. But Luma had a little problem. She loved exploring so much that she often forgot to listen to the advice of her elders. Stay close to the whispering willow, Luma, her mother would say, her own light pulsing gently. The forest is big, and it's easy to get lost. But tonight, the moonbeams danced on a path of sparkling dew-kissed leaves, leading deep into the forest of wisdom. Luma's tiny light fluttered with excitement. Just a little peek, she whispered to herself, and with a brave flicker, she zipped away from the safety of the meadow and into the shadows of the tall trees. The forest was magical, filled with glowing mushrooms and flowers that shimmered in the dark. Luma darted from one wonder to the next, her light painting streaks of gold in the air. She was having so much fun, she didn't notice the path had disappeared. When she finally stopped to catch her breath, she looked around. The whispering willow was gone. She was all alone. A little shiver of fear ran through her. Her bright light dimmed just a bit. "Hello," she called out, her voice a tiny squeak. A soft hoo-hoo answered from a branch high above. Luma looked up to see a pair of large, round eyes blinking down at her. It was Professor Hoot, the wisest old owl in the forest. "Lost, are we, little one?" the owl asked, his voice as soft as velvet. "I think so," Luma whispered. "I wanted to see everything, and now I can't find my way back." Professor Hoot chuckled gently. "Exploring is a wonderful thing, but sometimes the quickest way forward is to be still and listen. The forest has a special song for those who are patient enough to hear it." He advised her to follow the sound of the babbling brook, but to go slowly. Luma thanked the owl and flew towards the gentle sound of water. She was so eager to get home that she zipped ahead, forgetting the owl's advice to go slowly. Soon, she found herself tangled in a low-hanging vine covered in sticky morning glory flowers. The more she struggled, the more stuck she became. Just then, a slow, gentle voice rumbled from below. "Rushing only makes the knots tighter." Luma looked down and saw Sheldon, a kind old turtle with a mossy shell, slowly munching on a clover. He had seen Luma's predicament from afar. "Oh, please help me," Luma cried, her light flickering with worry. Sheldon nodded his ancient head. "Patience, little spark," he said calmly. He showed her how to wiggle one wing out at a time, moving slowly and carefully. Sometimes the fastest way to solve a problem is to slow down and think. Free at last, Luma thanked Sheldon profusely. She promised to remember his words. As she continued on her journey, she saw a little squirrel, Squeaky, chittering frantically at the base of a hazelnut tree. He was trying to push a giant nut into his burrow, but it was too big. Remembering the kindness the owl and turtle had shown her, Luma flew down. "Maybe I can help," she offered. She flew into the burrow and shone her light brightly, showing Squeaky a wider opening he hadn't seen in the dark. Together, they rolled the nut inside. "Thank you," Squeaky chirped happily. "In return, let me show you a shortcut home." He scampered up a tree and pointed with his tail. "Follow that line of glowing moon petal flowers. It leads right to the whispering willow." Luma's heart filled with joy. She had been lost, But by listening, being patient, and helping a friend, she had found her way. She followed the trail of soft blue light, and soon she saw the familiar, comforting branches of the whispering willow. She flew straight to her mother, her light glowing brighter than ever before. Curled up safely beside her, Luma looked back at the forest of wisdom, now a gentle, sleeping giant. She had learned a valuable lesson. It wasn't just her own light that made the world bright, but the light of kindness, patience, and listening to others. As she drifted off to sleep, Luma whispered softly to herself, "Listening makes the world brighter," and in the quiet of the night, her little light pulsed with a new, gentle wisdom.